Welcome to Phazon Labs, the internet's premier Metroid Futurist podcast, powered by the World 1-1 Podcast Network. I am, as always, your host, Larry the Bearded Wonder. Joining me this week is my lab partner and victim, Michael Brown.
Victim?
You didn't hear that.
Hey, you probably shouldn't have told me that.
Check your employment contract.
Fuck the employment contract. Why I get paid for this shit?
And every week, we bang our space rocks together and do some goddamn science, and we make up a fictional Metroid game that should not be fictional, but will be fictional. Sad face. So, let's dig in. This week, Michael brings his lab results from his latest experiment to the table, and what you got?
Not exactly a whole game, but I want like an alternate reality type version of the Metroid series, where it's almost steampunk. Like,
Ooh,
I think
I have a shirt like that.
As I said, that's what I mean. Like, I think the visuals would really lend themselves well to that concept. I think if done right, it could be neat. Like, I don't know.
Well, what are you feeling here?
Well, I'm thinking, for one, limited ammo.
Okay.
I would like to see limited ammo that you either have to make or scrounge. So
that's a divisive take, because limited ammo was not necessarily the most well-received thing when Echoes came out.
Bear in mind, I haven't played the
I know. I'm just saying. That's why I mentioned it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm thinking. No, I'm talking like extremely limited ammo to where you don't use your cannon very often.
Okay.
I'm thinking almost a more Devil May Cry-esque type game. You have, various weaponry that you can cobble together in one way or another. You do have the cannons, but they're a rarity.
You have a clockwork cannon.
Yeah. Or like, they're so unreliable that you can't, well, for lack of a better term, you can't rely on them in combat.
Right.
Like, you can set up things, like almost use them as traps, but it can't be your primary focus. I would like the space pirates to kind of lean more into the pirate aspect of it. Again, but all steampunk.
I'm kind of envisioning some BioShock aesthetics, but more with the brass work and steam work and cog work and everything, and less of the 1950s Art Deco.
Yeah.
So,
imagine one of the space pirates with a gear-laden top hat.
I'm okay with it, honestly.
I am too. And a monocle.
Oh,
and
definitely.
Coat and tails.
Yeah. I feel like the bosses should probably be the most sharply dressed of them all.
Oh my god, Crocomire is going to look so fucking fantastic.
Right? Crocomire essentially dressed as the Penguin from Batman.
Oh, that'd be fucking fantastic. And he needs to speak with a heavy British accent.
No, he screams with a heavy British accent.
Yeah.
I feel like whole thing could take place in big, I don't know, we'll call it the city of Steam, and instead of save points, you've got Steam points, or Steam stations that essentially, recharge your suit's energy and locomotion.
Okay.
So
possibly for to like open some doors, you literally have to drop down into morph ball mode and actually run along this conveyor belt to get it to raise.
Mm-hmm. Totally do that. Kind of along the lines with what Dread did with the thermal energy flow redirects. You could totally do gas line redirects.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is more of and not that it's a bad thing, just kind of identifying it as that this is almost more of a thematic reskin of the 2D games as opposed to, looking to reinvent the wheel or, make a future wheel.
Correct.
That's all right. Because I'm down for it. I'm here for that shit too.
Plus, as I said, I've really been weirdly obsessed with the idea of a DMC style Metroid game. I think if done right, it could be really good.
Yeah. I would definitely wouldn't mind seeing the close combat and melee side of her moveset really expanded on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they did a little bit of that in Other M, honestly, and that part was a lot of fucking fun. It was cool as shit to watch.
Right. Other M, excuse me, Other M wasn't a terrible game. It's just the story was shit.
Yeah. No, it's not without its problems, but it is not like, the apocalypse come to the series.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, as I said, if she had shut her fucking mouth, it would have been great. Like,
right.
Dread did it right. She said one sentence in the entire game, and it wasn't even in English.
Yep. Now, on the other hand, though, she did talk quite a bit in Fusion, and Fusion was a great game, too. Like, Fusion didn't really do a disservice to her character through her dialogue.
True.
It just wasn't
voiced. Yeah, it wasn't voiced, and she didn't sound like a fucking Disney princess in training.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I'm on board for all this. I'm trying to think of what kind of different themes and ideas you go for some of the different areas here.
Obviously, there'd be heavy industrial, steam laden.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd probably also have a molten steel factory of some kind.
Right. We put the forge in base. Yeah, the forge. There we go.
Yeah, the forge. Cityscape.
Mm-hmm.
Derelict cityscape.
Yeah.
Really, there's no end of what you could do.
I don't know. I'm struggling to hit on a couple of ideas for different area themes that just jump out at me. The Clockwork Caverns.
Yeah.
We've got Forge, Clockwork Caverns. Let's see here. The Gaslight Groves. Did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
Oh, you just went super silent. I'm like, you were so dead silent. I thought something clipped out.
Nope.
I'm gonna have to clip that out.
I'll cut you.
Cut this episode up.
It's like your face. I don't know though. Like you said, this is kind of just, and that's what I mean. Like, it's an alternate reality version of the series.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you know, and as I said, I'm picturing the space pirates being, you know, they're not aliens, they're not monsters, they're dapper, they're
Mm-hmm.
like they're sinister, like
Yeah.
yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, I'm dead serious when I say I want to see Crocomire with like a multi-thinged monocle and in a coat and tails with a top hat on his pretty little head and a cane, speaking to you in a British accent.
3 of his 6 eyes have monocles.
Yes. Oh, they're attached on one side. And he's got a mechanical arm just for the fuck of it.
Oh, you know what? For a more aquatic themed area, or not aquatic but liquid, we could have the grease lakes.
Or a whiskey
Grease keeps
refinery.
everything moving.
Or like a whiskey refinery.
I like that.
Yeah, see?
Something along the lines of like I don't know, I almost feel like maybe like a speakeasy might be kind of a hub area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The grease lakes you're talking about could also have another issue that if it catches on fire,
Yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm. And get behind that.
which also gives the ability to say, basically, for whatever reason, you have to build something to help put out the fires.
Oh, there you go. Oh no, I've got an idea. So, a lot of steam powered stuff happening in her suit, right?
Yeah.
You want to stay the hell out of the grease lakes, but you have to traverse it. And so if your suit, if you have to be mindful of how much drive you're requiring of your suit, because if you're pushing too hard, everything starts heating up, and the flame mechanism in your suit that's helping generate all the steam to keep everything running starts burning too hot, and the automatic extinguisher system that they've installed over the grease lakes to make sure that, you know, if there's a fire they can put it out and not burn everything down, activates and essentially disables you or stuns you until you manage to relight or reignite your pilot light.
Ooh, I like it.
So leaves you vulnerable to anybody that's coming at you while you're there.
In addition, then you have to try and find a way to thaw out the area.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, no, there's some ideas that could definitely be played with there. What else do you want to do with this?
I don't know. Fast travel could be zip lines.
Zip lines and pneumatic tubes.
Yeah.
Pneumatic tubes for the morph ball.
Yes.
I do think though
I think the morph ball should be a drone.
I don't know. What if it's a spherical gear?
Well, because how do you make it make sense in context? Like as I said, the original version actually has a reason why she's able to take such a small shape.
Yeah. I don't know. We could just be looking at the Bronze Age or the Brass Age of the Chozo.
Hmm?
So they have the technology. And honestly, too, that would make a ton of sense if you worked in like some of the speedball slots that they used in Prime. Because, you know, if you've got a spherical gear and you slot in there and you use that to turn, you know, to essentially become the missing gear in a mechanism in order to move some stuff around for various puzzles and platforming and environment manipulation.
Yeah.
Be a way to do it. Alternatively, you could even have a few puzzles where you have to do that and place yourself in such a way that you gum up the works and stop other gears from turning temporarily in order to you know, hold something in place long enough for it to have, you know, to do whatever it's going to do.
Yeah.
So you actually have to think mechanically about how you're going to go about it. That's a thought I kind of enjoy, actually. You could probably even slip in one or two of those old pipe dream style puzzles, move either, you know, oil or steam or gas or anything through various pipelines as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked that part of BioShock, honestly. I might be the only one, but I enjoyed those. Those were fun for me.
Now, there were a couple of minor puzzles like that in Soul Reaver 1.
Mm-hmm.
Basically having to complete pipes in order to let the steam go through correctly.
Right. Well, I like the game that I'm playing in my head here. Do you have anything you want to add?
No, nothing specific. As I said, it's just, I would just like to see an alternate reality version of it.
Okay. So what do we call it?
Tribute. Obviously. I got nothing.
Let's see here. Oh, you know what? I don't know. Let's see. Machinations of Fate.
That works.
There we go. Give it that mechanical feel. So, all right. Well, I think we have another winner here. I'm definitely going to play it tonight when I go to bed, and I will wake up just as I roll credits. So, well, we've successfully completed another experiment here in the lab at Phazon Labs. I want to say thank you to my lab partner, Michael. Thank you to everybody that tuned in and joined us this week. And if you had any fun with us, make sure that if you haven't already, you slide our show along with all the other awesome stuff on the World 101 Podcast Network into your RSS feed. All the social links are down below in the show notes, including our Twitter, our Twitch, our Discord, all that fun stuff. Links to the YouTube channel if you want video versions of our shows. Let's see. I think that pretty much covers it. So with all that said, we are, as mentioned before, powered by the World 101 Podcast Network, where you can and should press start to engage your mind. And we'll see you all here on Phazon Labs again next week. See you next mission. Peace!